Death Stranding 2 continues. Yesterday, you guys showed up, engaged, and supported the game. We hit our goals and exceeded them, and people seemed to enjoy the stream, so Death Stranding 2 will continue in the rotation. As long as you guys want it, I'm down for it. All right, so we'll keep it going. It will continue next week. Sweet. All right. However, one quick note, Taxi Life, the driving simulator based in Barcelona, Spain, is over after 5 hours. We played it for 2 streams, and then last night we were doing our 3rd stream. The entire audience was bored. People were just like, Phil, this sucks because we want to have a game where we can interact with you. We want to have a game where we can hang out and chill and have a good time together. And sadly, when you're playing Taxi Life, it really is such hectic driving. You know, there's bumper to bumper traffic, stop and go, stop and go. Pedestrians are walking across the street right in front of your moving car. And you have to pay such attention to the game, you can't read our chat messages and interact with us. So, yeah, sad, but people just didn't really like it. So I said, all right, it's all good. We played it for 5 hours. It's good enough. I got my money's worth out of the game. I'm not upset. We did on the fly. We swapped around, and we just did a Q&A session, chill with Phil for like an hour and a half, and I had a good time with it. Most people did. We didn't hit the goal, but I'm not going to be upset about not hitting the goal when we did an on-the-fly change like that. So we start off today at 43 out of 50 goals. Remember, the reward is the Grillo's Pickles menu. I received a $5 tip from Shinkin25. Now that Taxi Life is thrown in the trash, can you play more Mario Kart World? It's hard to convince viewers you're successful if it takes 26 years to go on a honeymoon vacation. What? What? It's hard to say you're a success if you don't go on a honeymoon for 26 years. I got married in 2019, bro. What are you talking about? I don't know. Do I even address it? What was the point of buying up all of these game studios just a few years ago? You remember when Microsoft went on this crazy buying spree, buying this studio, that studio? Oh, we got to acquire Activision Blizzard. Why did you do that if just years later you were going to lay everybody off? What's the fucking point? You stupid imbeciles. I swear some people are really like ridiculous. So this person tips $1. Listen to this question. You're criticizing Microsoft for buying game studios and closing them. Why did you buy a condo in Connecticut just to end up abandoning it and having it be foreclosed on? Because that was a completely different part of my life. When I bought the condo, I had this office job, and I actually bought a condo in Connecticut to be close to the job and commute back and forth, really short commute. Literally, that's the reason I bought it. And then what happened was that job laid me off. I became a YouTuber. I was a YouTuber for many years. I moved across the country. My aunt moved into the condo in Connecticut. The point was that she was going to live there for a long time, but then she got very ill and had to go into hospice care. And then eventually she passed away. So I didn't have anyone else to take over for the apartment. I looked into ways to try to rent it out. I couldn't find any company. Like no company would touch the place because they said that is in like a high risk area. Renters in that area tend to not be reliable, and therefore we don't even want to handle it. We don't want to even rent it for you. No one would do it. So I ended up just having it sit there, and eventually I went into bankruptcy, and I actually had to surrender that condo as a part of the proceedings, and it ended up being foreclosed upon by the mortgage holder. That has nothing to do with me buying up a bunch of game companies and then immediately 2 years later laying everybody off. Not even close. But thanks for the $1 tip. Very bizarre. You're a very bizarre person. That's all I'll say. It looks like a prosthetic leg. It does. Yes, I just have a prosthetic leg that I sit around here on the floor, and I lift it up on whenever I want. See, it's prosthetic. That's why I can wiggle the toes. See that? I'm like Dalsim. That's right. Dong, 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 dong. Look out. Here comes the foot. Oh, up. Oh, oh. Oh. Thank you for $5 of support. I appreciate that. We're now at $70. Can we get halfway to the goal by the end of the podcast? Only 75 will be there. Can we do it? Can we get some subs right now this morning? So we have no subs at all this morning. 0. We do have a member. We do have super chats, and we do have tips. We have 0 subs. No support whatsoever from the Kick audience. None. A big goose egg. What is going on over on Kick? What has happened to all of you? Are you destitute? Have you all been, were you all working for Microsoft and you all got laid off? Is that what happened? You're all now unemployed? Wow. It's awful. I'm sorry to hear that, if that actually is the case. But what is happening over there? Did a $2 super chat. He is embarrassing and insulting Kick. He says Kick is poor and he says you guys have dented heads. That's what he just said. That's pretty insulting, I feel. I think that's a pretty big insult. But that's what he said. I didn't say that. He said that. You understand? I'm not saying that. I'm just reiterating what the person said in their super chat, okay? So, damn. Harsh stuff. Did a $5 super chat. 83 bucks of support and climbing. Thank you, guys. Hell, at this point, can we hit the goal by the end of the podcast? We're close. If we hit the goal by the end of the podcast, we're at 44 out of 50. Then we only have 6 more to hit during the GTA 4 with mod stream to get DSP Tries It, Grillo's Pickles menu. Let's do it. Let's do it today. Beautiful, right? So now we're up to 100 bucks of support. Can we hit the goal before we start the game? We have a chance. We could hit the goal before we even boot the game. That would be amazing. That would be outstanding. Then we would only have 6 more goals to go for Grillo's Pickles. Only 6 goals to hit during this stream, and we could do it right. I would do DSP Tries It, Grillo's Pickles right now if we hit the 6 goals. So let's get it going. I know I'm at 100 right now, so we need to hit 50 more, and we get to 44 goals. Then we just need 6 more. That's another $900. That's all. So technically, I need $950, and then we can do DSP Tries It, Grillo's Pickles on this stream. So let's get it going. Why not? I'll do it. I'm down for it. I'm ready for those pickles. I was ready for the pickles on Monday, and then all this nonsense happened where they did not put it in the app. I couldn't get it because the local one closed. All this baloney this week. This pickle madness, this pickle drama. I've had enough of the pickle drama, all right? I just want the pickles now. I want to eat them. I've been waiting all this time, and I've been denied delicious pickles, and I can't stand it. I want the pickles. Just do DSP Tries It when I hit the goal. I will. When we hit the 50 goals goal, I will do DSP Tries It, as we do. You're correct. Just gifted 5 subs over on Kick. That's $25 of support from your future stepdad. Finally, some Kick support this morning. Thank you to you. 5 subs. We're now up to 125. 25 bucks away from hitting the goal. Can we do it right now as I end the show? Daniel D says, if we already raised the money for the pickles menu, why do we have to do it again? Well, Daniel D, I have to ask you a question. Did we do a DSP Tries It this week already? Yes, we did. It was on Tuesday, remember? Was it the Grillo's Pickle menu? No, it wasn't. It was Jollibee, remember? Right? So we raised the funds. We did the reward. Now you got to raise the funds again to do the next reward. That's why it's a reward, because it's done in response to something else positive. Get it? It's cause and effect. You support, you get your reward. Support the streams, get me eating delicious pickles, shoving them in my mouth. Get it? It's not rocket science, but some people seem to be slow on the uptake, if you know what I'm saying. So there you go. He says detractors are leaking out of their pants in terror. There you go. Again, I have nothing to do with it. I want to make this abundantly clear. I am going to be sitting here making content normally as I always do. I will not be involved in anything. I'm just going to do par for the course. What happens with these people blatantly violating copyright law happens, and that's their own fault, you know? If something happens, maybe it won't. Because like I said, YouTube is claiming they had these policies in place already. I don't see anything changing. Do you really think that YouTube hired a whole bunch of new people to enforce their own rules? I don't think so. So I don't think things will change, but alrighty, folks. In the meantime, enjoy some highlight clips. I'll be back in a few minutes with the premiere of GTA 4 with mods live here on DSP Gaming. Enjoy these clips, and I'll see you in a few.
The game is glitched! Lance, will get out of my way! The game is glitched! Are you fucking serious? The game is glitched, and I'm stuck, and I can't fucking move!